It's another edition of the Arizona Cardinals 2-Minute Drill with Ron Wolfley. I'm Dave Pasch. The Arizona Cardinals, for the first time in almost 30 years, are 5-1. Wolf, you made the point when you and I were doing the pregame about, to win a game like this against a winless team that had come off a game where they played well against San Diego, that you had to be a pro. And the Cardinals certainly were professionals in how they handled their business against the Raiders.
That was key here today, David, no doubt about it. You've got O.co, one of the worst venues in the National Football League. You've got a fan base where half the stadium seating is going to be empty maybe. You've got an 0-5 football team. They just fired their old head coach. You've got an interim head coach. Now, this was the quintessential trap game. And to come out here and take a workmanlike, blue-collar approach to this game and win the game, just huge.
30 touches for Andre Ellington. He hurt his ribs at the end of the first half. We saw what looked like a cramp late in the second half. He came back from both and had a great game for the Cardinals today.
Yeah, balance. I think 37 rushing attempts here today for the Arizona Cardinals, and you already mentioned the fact that El Nino got over 30 touches here today. And we kind of laughed earlier in the season when Bruce Arians was talking about, I want to get him the ball 20, 25 times, and everyone said, okay, BA, really? Well, guess what? It happened here today, and Andre Ellington, the player of the game for the Cardinals.
Carson Palmer played great against his former team. And, boy, last week before the game, we weren't sure if he'd play, when he'd play. He looks like the old Carson.
Two throws really in particular. I would have to say the touchdown pass to Michael Floyd on the 9 route, throwing it up there, and Michael Floyd juggling and yet bringing it in for a touchdown. That was a great throw by Carson, a great read. And then I would say on a 3rd and 8 where the Cardinals were trying to hang on to the ball, critical bang 8, hitting that skinny post against the middle of the field closed safety to John Brown, and John Brown hauling that in, David. I'll tell you what, 2 awesome throws by Carson Palmer that really were indicative of the game that he had here today.
A lot of football left, but the Cardinals certainly look like a contender. Their record says that. 5-1 with the Eagles up next. This has been the Cardinals 2-Minute Drill.